Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. Now, this is quite interesting. MPs told off for playing football in Commons Chamber. Now, I saw this, I think it was a day or two ago. This woman here, I just saw the Facebook. It was a joke. I mean, her so-called keepy uppy was just shit. But I thought to myself, what are they doing playing in the Commons Chamber? Then I'd heard that there was someone, I think it was a guy at the back, looked on with disapprovingly. But I thought, they're women. They obviously got permission, So, but I didn't think it was good behaviour to be doing that in the House of Commons. This is a very old institution, and this shows you the attitude of women today. Um, their behaviour is unbelievable. We hear of this: women are badly treated in society. They're never allowed to do anything. I've just seen the richest woman in the United Kingdom, richest businesswoman in the United Kingdom. I think it's 365 bet365.com. She's earning 260 million from her betting firm that she co-founded. Her father set up the business originally, and apparently she did a degree in Sheffield University. She's a very clever woman. There's no two ways about it, and she's earned herself a good chunk of money. This is in Britain, in a country that restricts women completely. Women hit this bullshit glass ceiling. So here we have these 5 old hags. I mean, this is Britain's finest. Britain's finest here. And 5 MPs posed in the Commons Chamber in their football tops on Tuesday. So it was on Tuesday. So I'd seen this. I think it was I'd seen this. I'm not going to watch it again. It was awful. A group of MPs have been reprimanded for playing football in the chamber of the House of Commons. So they didn't get permission. Let's continue. Hannah Bardell posted a video on social media of herself playing keepy uppy in the Parliament after the sitting was adjourned on Tuesday evening. So she's an SNP, Scottish MP, clearly doesn't respect the House because, she's from Scotland. She believes that Scotland should be split from Britain. And so let's show disrespect for the British, shall we? And play piss about in their chamber because we have no respect for them. Even though 55% of the Scottish people said, no, we want to stay with Britain. We don't want to come out. Regardless of all the nonsense and the mess of Brexit, they voted. They had their referendum. 55% of the silent majority said they wanted to stay with Britain. That shocked the SNP. Shocked them to the core because they thought they had it in the bag. So I suppose they've been looking at a way to show disrespect to the British, and this is their way of doing it. Also posed for photographs in the Commons with other MPs, including former Sports Minister Tracy Crouch. Speaker John Bercow said the historic chamber should not be used for this type of activity. absolutely quite right. However, he said that several members involved had apologised and that there were no hard feelings, because these are women. They can get away with any shit they want to do. They could have run around naked if they really wanted to. God forbid. God forbid. Thank God we were spared that. So there she is. The women's parliamentary football team should have played their first match that night. I'm surprised, when I saw this before, I'm surprised it didn't come out with and say, oh, it was deliberate. It was deliberate that they couldn't play their match to do with them not wanting to play their match. I'm surprised there isn't any excuses come out with that. It says here, herself and a few other these other women were all set, but votes stopped us. Alas! Instead, we had a knockabout and a photo in the chamber. Piss take. That's what it is. Piss take. Miss Bardell and Ms Crouch, a Conservative MP, had been due to play for the UK Women's Parliamentary Football Club on Tuesday, but the match was cancelled amid concern it would clash with votes in the Commons. The MPs later took photographs in the chamber wearing their football tops, with Miss Bardell filmed playing keepy uppy between the green benches. SNP piss take. That's what it is. In a statement to the Commons on Wednesday, Mr. Barco said, "It has been brought to my attention that some football skills were displayed in the chamber yesterday evening after the House rose. I'm informed that the doorkeepers on duty told the members concerned that the chamber was not the place for this activity." But listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. However, these doorkeepers were advised that permission had been given. See how far some people will go to lie and to take the piss. Why weren't these women suspended? Big time. If they'd been suspended, it would have been seen as misogyny would have been at work here. But they showed disrespect. But Mr. Perko doesn't. He's already embroiled in an issue. They're already trying to kick his ass out. So he is trying not to be seen at doing, which he should be doing his job. He should be suspending them. But it won't happen. Let me advise the House that the permission clearly did not come from me. So he wasn't asked. It doesn't matter who they ask if it was true. They either clearly lied, they didn't get any permission from anybody. Okay. But they were told they weren't supposed to play in them. And they clearly they lied. Total disrespect. But this is the dynamics of the situation we are in now today. This is what feminism. Women can get away with fucking anything they want. And if you challenge it, you're a misogynist. As I said before, Berko doesn't need any more hassle. Was this a setup to try and go after him again? He's not going to play that game. So he's just said what he needs to say. He said, it's now the end of it. Let's continue. Mr. Bercow said he had received generous, indeed fulsome letters of apology from Miss Crouch and Labour MPs Stephanie Peacock and the other woman, Lisa. Another MP, Alison McGovern, was also photoed wearing her football top in the chamber. Doesn't look like she bothered writing to him to apologise, so it looked like these other ones did. He added, I think I can speak for all of us. I think I can speak for us all when I say that our historic chamber should not be used for this type of activity. And I gently remind colleagues, if they are seeking to use the chamber outside of sitting hours beyond for the purpose of simply showing it to guests, frankly, they should write to me asking for their request to be considered. I have said what I have said. There are no hard feelings, and I consider the matter closed. You see, at the end of the day, he doesn't want the grief and the nonsense. From all this, he just doesn't need the grief. So he just wants to put it's been said, it's done. Doesn't want to continue. Here we go. What's stopping women becoming MPs? Well, probably because they keep taking the piss like this, and they can't be taken seriously. Mrs. Thatcher was a serious MP when she came in. She showed no nonsense, and these ones are falling big time short of Mrs. Thatcher. So very interesting, isn't it? I think if these had been guys who'd done that, there'd be a lot more would have been said, and they would have been hauled in front of Mr. Bercow, and they would have got serious tongue lashing from him. But as I said before, Mr. Bercow is already embroiled. I think he's leaving next year. I'm not sure. They've made it very clear in the Commons they want him out for whatever reason, because he's a very forthright man. He doesn't take any nonsense, and he gives solid instructions. And he's been classed as a bully. So, this is the reason why, and that's the reason why he says, I gently, if you look at this, what he said here, it says here, and I gently remind colleagues. So that's a reference to the fact that people have said that he's apparently very confrontational with people in the House, and very forthright and very straight to them. So he's making the point. I gently remind colleagues. So I think that's quite interesting that he's come out with that. Yeah, but this is an example of disrespectfulness, piss take, and I saw it when I first saw this come out. My thoughts were just, it was just disgraceful, and I thought, this is what they're doing, allowing this in the chamber, but clearly it wasn't being allowed. They took it upon themselves, and pity they didn't really get punished enough. But there you go. Life is what it is. They can get away with murder. Anyway, thanks for listening. please share.